Okay, I have logged into Apptopia. This is going to be your 1 minute and 30-second video on sessions. So for this, I'm going to use Tinder as an example. I'm going to look at their Google Play listing. Now, our session data is made available really in two ways. One is when you're browsing apps. So in this case, we're looking at Tinder. I can see in this kind of snapshot view that they have on average 1.8 sessions per user, and that each one of those sessions is on average 95 seconds. You can also see how that's changed over the last 30 days. You can also change that time frame up here. Session data is also made available under our engagement tab. So engagement includes a little bit more than just session data. It includes DAUs, MAUs, total number of sessions, our own proprietary engagement index. So it's a little bit more than just the session data. You also have the ability to track this stuff over time. So just looking at sessions, this is already telling an interesting story. We can see that for Tinder, ever since, it probably went before May 2nd, but from May 2nd onward, total sessions has been in pretty steep decline up until June 25th. So that makes me wonder, okay, well, what happened on June 25th that caused users to jump back into the Tinder app? This is the type of information that session data actually makes clearer. Now, the other way session data is made available is in our Compare Apps tool. You might have missed it. We just announced Compare Apps actually last week. But Compare Apps makes it super easy to compare up to 5 apps across all the key metrics that you actually care about. So let's take that dating example and maybe expand it out a little bit. So instead of just looking at Tinder, let's also look at OkCupid, Zoosk, Clover, and Bumble. Now you can see you can compare these apps across all the typical metrics like ranks, download, revenue, but we care about engagement. So let's click into that. Now you can see DAUs and MAUs up here. That tells, in at least one part of the story. We can see that Tinder and Bumble just blow away the competition in terms of DAUs. And then after them, it looks like, yeah, Zoosk is the third place contender there. But let's actually look at the session data and kind of see what story that tells. So already, this is actually interesting. We can see that apps like OkCupid and Clover, they tend to have slightly more average sessions per user. But if you actually look at the time spent per user, Tinder blows all these guys away, right? So while OkCupid and Clover drive slightly more sessions, the actual time spent in app is lower because Tinder has a longer average session time. Now, we realize we're just scratching the surface, right, in terms of how we expose this session data to you guys. So I'm just going to give you a quick look at the future. We're going to make aggregating this data up to the publisher and category levels much easier. We're also going to give you the ability to slice this data by market. So for instance, you can see how OkCupid's average time spent per user changes, when you compare, for instance, US and Canada and Vietnam. So all that stuff is on the very near-term horizon. So definitely stay tuned. I'll create another quick video for you. But if this type of data is interesting to you guys, we'd love to talk. So you can contact us at sales@apptopia.com. Or if you're an existing customer, you can just email success@apptopia.com. And we'd love to walk you through a quick demo and see how we might be able to help. Thanks for tuning in.